If you haven't already guessed, we're in Geelong. That's Corio Bay outside the window, one of Australia's largest ports. And Geelong is a particularly favoured region with both a bayside and coastal location. For those of you who aren't familiar with the location, the region is in Victoria and it's just 72 kilometres from the state capital, Melbourne. The region has a population of more than 175,000 people. It's Australia's 10th largest city, and although close to Melbourne, we've developed our own distinctive identity and active lifestyle. We've also got the three essentials for any successful business or industry. We've got a port, power and people.
Those who know Geelong will always associate it with the great companies that have been here for many years. Ford, Australia's highly successful car manufacturer. Shell and the refinery. And Alcoa with the aluminium smelter. Supporting the existing industries and with reserves to spare is an infrastructure which includes electrical power from the national grid. That means the abundant Latrobe Valley with peak backup from the Snowy scheme. And natural gas from Bass Strait. There's a major railhead in Geelong with fast freight and passenger trains connecting with other centres. And several major highways radiate from Geelong, including the freeway, which offers an easy drive to Melbourne, taking less than an hour. The container terminal is owned by the Port of Geelong, which is the major bulk handling centre in Victoria.
So in Geelong we have the facilities, the communications and the 70,000 strong labour force all established and available. And what about land? With foresight and planning, the region has large tracts of appropriately zoned and located industrial land.
The spot in which I'm standing forms part of the Corio Bay Industry Park. Our company, Elders IXL, have purchased 100 acres of that park, and we are currently constructing, as you can see, a very large wool store. It will ultimately be the largest wool receiving and processing area in Australia and probably the world. It has been sited here because of its proximity to Western Victoria, where we draw considerable quantities of wool, its closeness to the Melbourne-Geelong railway line, and of course its very close proximity to the North Geelong container terminal.
As well as having large tracts of industrial land available, the Geelong Regional Commission is responsible for the continual development of light industrial land and small business venues like this one.
Edale's place is it's easy accessible, which is a great thing for our customers. It means that there's plenty of parking available. Its atmosphere and trees and the like is pleasant to work around, and also the facilities and working in are excellent.
While leasing specially developed premises is an ideal arrangement for some businesses, every assistance is given to those who wish to start from scratch, including, in some instances, the providing of building sites in advantageous positions.
When complete, this will be the largest malt house in Australia. BBA chose Geelong for the site of this project because of all of the services that are available and also the opportunity to utilise the facilities of the Grain Elevators Board terminal. Barley, which is the raw material for malt, is received at the terminal from the surrounding Geelong area and also other parts of Victoria. The port facilities of Geelong allow access to the world's markets through either the use of containerised vessels or bulk grain carriers.
Most of Geelong's workforce lives within 10 minutes of the job, and because of the planned layout, there are plenty of available industrial sites still located close in.
We were most anxious that we would have a brand new location for this brand new product, so we listed the features that the new site must have. We needed about 2 hectares in a modern industrial estate with close access to the normal service facilities. But most importantly, we were anxious to be in an area where we could expect to develop a stable workforce. Lastly, we needed access to good road, rail and shipping facilities. We considered a number of sites ranging from Adelaide to Albury. Our first inquiry in the Geelong area was with the Geelong Regional Commission, who were able to show us in a most professional manner that Geelong met all our requirements. In addition, they arranged a most attractive incentive package in the form of energy concessions, relocation costs and decentralisation grants. Since then, they have been of immeasurable help in arranging for the necessary permits and coordinating our approach to the various authorities.
Many problems in the area of industrial expansion can be of the red tape variety, and the GRC are specifically geared to steer a course through the morass. In addition, the GRC have a team of design engineers and draftsmen available to handle projects both for government and industry.
Many of the industrialists we have helped come to Geelong chose the region on the grounds of pure practicality, transport advantages, services, communications, and importantly, the availability of a workforce. Others have chosen the region for a more local flavour.
Geelong is the gateway to the coastal resorts of the Bellarine Peninsula and the surf coast beyond, including Torquay, Anglesey, Lorne and Apollo Bay. And this is Bell's Beach, famous for its international surf carnivals. Around the surf and the sea has grown a specialised industry of which this one is a prime example.
Our standing in the industry at present is, well, we'd be #1 in Australia and probably #1 worldwide. We started in the backyard and the business steadily developed. We went from one building to the other and we were over the other side of the road in a building of 6,500 square feet, which we completely outgrew. Didn't know what to do, but we saw a lot of land over this side of the road. And one day we went in to see the GRC and they came to the party. They rezoned the land, sold it to us at a good price. And we built this factory, extended it last year, and here we are, still growing.
As well as being a centre for industrial growth, Geelong has kept abreast in areas of science and technology. It has its own university, Deakin. There is the CSIRO's Division of Textile Research and the fortress-like Australian National Animal Health Laboratory. So we have public and private enterprise working side by side here in Geelong.
This mosaic by Harold Freeman is situated in the foyer of our offices in Geelong. It compresses into a short walk the proud history of a region. It fought its wars, it gave birth in Australia to great industrial enterprises and provided a living and a lifestyle for its inhabitants.
The Geelong Regional Commission was established by an act of the Victorian Parliament. Its brief looks complex on paper, but in fact it's very simple. The Commission exists as an entree to Geelong, an oiler of wheels, a facilitator, a red tape cutter, a money talker, and a maker of things that really do happen. The GRC knows Geelong. Why not take a look at it? Geelong is on the move.